Every day you wake up, you're given a new chance to rise a little higher, to get a little stronger, to become a little wiser. Life doesn't demand that you become perfect overnight, but it does demand that you keep improving. Because the moment you stop growing, the moment you stop learning, the moment you stop striving, that's the moment you begin to fall behind. Every single day, there are 3 things you must improve. 3 things that will shape the quality of your life, the strength of your character, and the direction of your destiny: your mind, your discipline, and your heart. These 3 things, your thoughts, your habits, and your compassion, are like the 3 pillars that hold up the structure of your success. You can't afford to neglect any one of them, because when you strengthen them daily, piece by piece, you build a foundation that cannot be shaken by failure, fear, or doubt. Let's begin with your mind. The mind is the engine of every achievement, every invention, every revolution in history. It's where ideas are born, where courage begins, where solutions come to life. But like any engine, it needs to be tuned, tested, and trained every single day. The difference between a life that drifts and a life that dominates often comes down to how you train your mind. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your most dangerous enemy. If you feed it fear, it will return fear. If you feed it doubt, it will return excuses. But if you feed it learning, curiosity, and faith, it will return strength, creativity, and belief. You cannot expect to win in life if you lose in your thoughts. So improve your mind daily. Read something that challenges you. Listen to something that inspires you. Reflect on something that teaches you. Don't spend your day drowning in noise, scrolling through distractions that steal your attention and drain your focus. Spend it filling your mind with ideas that expand you, not opinions that shrink you. Every great leader, every innovator, every visionary who ever walked this earth shared one habit. They were students of life. They never stopped learning. They read, they observed, they questioned, and they applied. They treated their minds like sacred ground, never allowing weeds of negativity to grow. Ask yourself each night, what did I learn today that made me wiser than I was yesterday? Maybe it was a new skill. Maybe it was a mistake that taught you humility. Maybe it was a conversation that opened your eyes to a new perspective. Learning is not limited to books. It's written in the pages of life. And sometimes improving your mind isn't about adding more, it's about unlearning. Unlearning the lies that you can't do it. Unlearning the belief that your past defines you. Unlearning the limitations that other people put on your potential. The more you clear the clutter in your thoughts, the more your mind can breathe, think, and create. When you start improving your mind daily, you begin to notice something powerful. You think clearer. You make better choices. You stop reacting and start responding. And over time, you become a master of your thoughts instead of a prisoner of them. But knowledge without discipline is like a car without fuel. It won't take you far. That's why the second thing you must improve every day is your discipline. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and results. It's what turns potential into progress and progress into success. Without discipline, your goals remain wishes, your plans remain paper, and your promises remain empty. There will be days when you don't feel like working, when your motivation fades, when your energy is low, when you'd rather take it easy, but that's exactly when discipline must rise. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel, it asks what needs to be done. The truth is, motivation will get you started, but discipline will keep you going. Anyone can work hard when they feel inspired, but real strength is doing the work when no one's watching, when no one's clapping, when no one's believing in you but you. So improve your discipline daily, start small, wake up when you say you will, keep the promises you make to yourself, focus on consistency, not intensity. You don't have to run a marathon every day. Just take one step forward, because one step repeated over time becomes a mile, and miles repeated daily become momentum. Discipline is built in silence. It's forged in the moments when you choose effort over comfort, purpose over pleasure, growth over gratification. It's the daily decision to keep showing up, even when you're tired, even when it hurts, even when it feels like you're not moving fast enough. And remember, Discipline doesn't mean living without joy. It means earning your joy. It means knowing you've done what needed to be done, so when you rest, you can rest in peace, not in guilt. It means creating habits that push you forward instead of holding you back. The most successful people in any field, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, soldiers, don't rely on luck. They rely on structure, repetition, and self-control. They practice when others sleep. They prepare when others doubt. They sacrifice when others quit. And while the world sees the glory, they know it was built in the grind. Every day, ask yourself, where can I be more disciplined? Maybe it's in your health. Maybe it's in your work ethic. Maybe it's in your thoughts, your words, or your time management. Every small act of discipline strengthens the muscle of commitment. And that muscle, once trained, will carry you through storms that break others. And now, the third thing you must improve daily, perhaps the most overlooked, is your heart. The world teaches us to chase success, but it rarely teaches us to nurture our humanity. Yet the truth is your heart. The way you treat others, the compassion you show, the gratitude you feel determines the kind of life you live, because success without kindness is hollow. Victory without humility is empty. Improving your heart doesn't mean becoming soft. It means becoming strong enough to care, strong enough to forgive, strong enough to lift others even when you're climbing yourself. Life will test your heart. People will disappoint you. Circumstances will frustrate you. You'll face betrayal, rejection, and loss. But if you can keep your heart kind, your soul steady, your spirit unbroken, then no hardship can take away your peace. Every day, improve your heart by practicing gratitude. Start and end your day by counting blessings, not problems. Remind yourself of what's right, even when much feels wrong. Gratitude doesn't make your challenges disappear, it gives you strength to face them with grace. Improve your heart by listening more, by understanding before judging, by helping without expecting, by loving without calculating. You never know how deeply one small act of kindness can heal someone else's pain or your own. The heart grows when it gives, and the more you give, the more you receive, not always in things, but in peace, in joy, in meaning, because the real reward of life isn't what you earn, it's who you become while earning it. Think about it. When people remember you, they won't talk about how much money you made or how many trophies you won. They'll talk about how you made them feel. They'll talk about your honesty, your empathy, your resilience. They'll remember the way you stood up for others, the way you treated people when you didn't have to. Improving your heart daily is what keeps your success human. It reminds you that you're not just chasing goals, you're building character. You're not just changing your life, you're impacting others. Now imagine what happens when you work on all three. Your mind, your discipline, and your heart every single day. You start thinking better, acting better, and living better. You become sharper, stronger, kinder. You start to walk with clarity, with confidence, with purpose. And life responds differently to a person like that. Opportunities start finding you. People start trusting you. Challenges stop intimidating you. You stop waiting for a lucky break because you've built yourself into the kind of person who creates one. But here's the truth. Improvement is not easy. It's not glamorous. It's not quick. It's daily. It's messy. It's slow. You'll fail. You'll fall. You'll doubt yourself. But if you keep getting up, if you keep learning, if you keep doing the small things right, those small things will turn into great things. Improvement is not about perfection. It's about direction. It's about being a little better today than you were yesterday. It's about catching yourself when you drift and bringing yourself back to your path. It's about refusing to settle, refusing to be comfortable, refusing to stop growing. Some days you'll feel like you're not making progress, but remember, the seed doesn't see the sunlight when it's buried underground. It still grows. The work you're doing, the effort you're putting in, the battles you're fighting in silence, they're shaping you in ways you can't yet see. Every morning you have two choices, to evolve or to repeat. If you choose to evolve, you'll start building momentum, and momentum is power. The more consistent you are, the easier it becomes. Growth compounds, Effort compounds. Success compounds. That's why you can't afford to waste your days. Every day is a piece of your legacy. Every day you're either investing in your future or borrowing from it, and the habits you build daily decide which one it will be. So when you wake up tomorrow, start with your mind. Feed it something powerful, something that strengthens your perspective and fuels your determination. Then build your discipline. Do the work you said you'd do. Stick to your routine. Push through the resistance. And finally, nurture your heart. Speak kindly. Show gratitude. Lift someone up. Because the energy you give is the energy that returns to you. The more you improve these three things, the more your life will change. Slowly at first, then all at once. Because a trained mind sees opportunities where others see obstacles. A disciplined soul takes action when others make excuses. And a compassionate heart finds peace in places where others feel pain. Together, they make you unstoppable, not because you never fail, but because you never stop improving. You see, there are people out there with more talent than you, more resources, more connections. But talent fades without growth, resources run out without discipline, connections crumble without heart. What sets you apart is not what you have, it's what you do daily to become more. And when you live that way, when every day becomes an opportunity to improve, you start to inspire others to do the same. You become a light in dark places. You remind people that it's possible to rise, possible to change, possible to build a better version of themselves. So keep improving your mind because the world needs thinkers. Keep strengthening your discipline because the world needs doers. Keep nurturing your heart because the world needs leaders who lead with love. Every single day, choose growth over comfort. Choose progress over perfection. Choose to be a little wiser, a little stronger, a little kinder. Because if you can improve yourself daily, you can change your life. And if enough people do that together, we can change the world. And it all begins, not tomorrow, not next week, but today with you, with one decision to improve your mind, to strengthen your discipline, to open your heart every single day. That's how greatness is built. Not in leaps, but in steps. Not in moments, but in habits. Not in dreams, but in daily decisions. So keep improving, keep learning. Keep showing up because the world may not notice your progress today, but one day it will stand in awe of what your daily dedication created. And that, right there, is the power of improving yourself one day at a time.